Welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest updates across South Sudan and beyond. Today we have several important stories from South Sudan. We will discuss growing political disagreement inside South Sudan, opposition alliance, and also we are going to look at comment from South Sudan Vice President about the upcoming election. New statement from the United States government regarding foreign aid, and a powerful discussion about the challenges facing South Sudanese soldiers and their families. Before we proceed, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Well, let's begin our report with political disagreement inside SSOA over support for President Salva Kiir Mayardit. A political disagreement has emerged inside the South Sudan Opposition Alliance, commonly known as SSOA. The issue started after Vice President Hossein Abdelbagi, our call spoke during 8 Al-Azhar celebration in Awil, northern Barghazal state. During the gathering, Abdelbagi encouraged Muslim citizens to support President Salva Kiir Mayardit in the upcoming national election expected to take place in December this year. According to a report, the Vice President praised President Salva Kiir Mayardit for protecting religious freedom since South Sudan became independent. He then called on Muslim voters to unite behind the president during the election. However, his statement quickly attracted criticism from leaders within his own political alliance. Several members of SSOA say the Vice President did not have permission to make such an announcement on behalf of the alliance. The spokesperson of SSOA explained that the organization has not yet endorsed any presidential candidate. He said no official decision has been made regarding support for any candidate in the upcoming election. The spokesperson also expressed concern about using religion during political campaign. He argued that South Sudan belonged to people of different faith and background, and political competition should remain separate from religious identity. According to this report, the disagreement has once again highlighted division that have existed inside SSOA for some time. Different groups within the alliance have often disagreed over leadership issues, political direction, and their relationship with the ruling party. Well, despite the criticism, supporter of the Vice President defended his remark. Some political figure close to him argued that cooperation between SSOA and the ruling SPLM party makes support for President Salva Kiir Mayardit understandable. They believe that both groups have worked together, under the peace agreement and continue to cooperate on national issues. As South Sudan moves closer to election, such disagreements are expected to become more common. Political parties are beginning to position themselves for the campaign period, and alliances may face internal pressure as members choose different political strategies. Many citizens are now watching closely to see whether opposition groups will remain united or whether more division will appear before voting begin. For ordinary citizens, South Sudanese, the main concern here remain peace, stability, and credible election that reflect the will of the people. What does this mean for South Sudan? Political endorsement may seem like ordinary political event, but they often reveal deeper issues. When leaders within the same alliance disagree publicly, it raises question about unity and future plans. Citizens want clear information about which leader and parties represent which ideas. As election preparation continue, voters will likely pay close attention to how political group manage their internal disagreement. The coming month may play an important role in shaping South Sudan's political future. And let's move on to our second top story. United States said foreign aid must serve American interests. According to this report, United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio recently spoke before lawmakers about the future of America foreign aid and foreign policy. During his testimony, Rubio said that future U.S. assistance program would focus mainly on advancing American national interests. He stated that the United States government is responsible for protecting the interests of its citizens and ensuring that foreign assistance produce measurable result. According to Rubio, aid program should support a strategic goal that benefit the United States. His comment come at a time when many countries around the world are closely watching changes in American foreign policy. Since President Donald Trump returned to office in January 2025, several foreign aid programs have been reviewed and adjourned and adjusted. The administration says these changes are designed to improve efficiency and ensure better use of public funds. Rubio argued that previous aid systems were not always effective and that assistance should now be more closely connected to national priorities. These priorities include economic competition, border security, energy resources, manufacturing, and strategic partnership. Although Rubio did not specifically focus on Africa during his remark, many African countries are paying close attention. For decades, the United States has provided significant support for humanitarian programs, health services, development projects, and emergency assistance across the continent. As major changes in American aid policy could affect how future programs are funded and managed, the proposed budget will still need approval from Congress, which has the power to review and modify a spending plan before final decisions are made. As a result, discussions about foreign aid are expected to continue in the coming month. So, why this matter to Africa? Many African countries depend on international partnership to support healthcare, education, agriculture, and development projects. Changes in funding priorities from major donors can have significant impact on communities and government. Some experts believe a stronger focus on strategic interests may lead to more targeted investment. Others worry that humanitarian assistance could face challenges if funding priorities change. For now, government and aid organizations are closely monitoring development in Washington to understand what future policies may look like. Let's look at our third top story, the forgotten soldier and families of South Sudan. Our final report is about the forgotten soldier. Most important discussion today focus on a subject that affects thousands of families across South Sudan. Many people believe that the struggle of ordinary soldiers and their families do not receive enough attention. For many years, soldiers have served their country under difficult conditions. They have faced conflict, insecurity, displacement, and personal sacrifice. Yet, many reports continue to describe soldiers going for long periods without receiving singular salaries. Some families struggle to buy food, pay school fees, or access health care. For wives and children, daily life can become a constant struggle while their loved ones remain far away performing military duties. In some cases, soldiers return home injured and face challenges receiving proper medical treatment. Other families lost relatives in service and are left without enough support to rebuild their life. This situation has created frustration among many citizens who believe those who serve the nation deserve greater protection and assistance. The debate goes beyond military salaries. It also raises larger questions about poverty, unemployment, public services, and government accountability. Across South Sudan, many families continue to face economic hardship. Children struggle to attend school. Communities lack healthcare services. Young people search for employment opportunities. Mothers work harder every day to support their household under difficult economic conditions. Many citizens believe that improving the life of soldiers and their families should become a national priority. Supporters of reform argue that regular salary payment, healthcare services, educational opportunities, and families assistance program could help improve living conditions in South Sudan. They also believe stronger transparency and accountability in public spending could increase trust between citizens and the government. As South Sudan continues its journey as a young nation, many people of leaders will focus on creating opportunities, improving public services, fighting corruption, and strengthening peace. The future of the country depends not only on political leaders but also on the well-being of ordinary citizens who work, sacrifice, and contribute to the nation every day. If you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to take the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's meet on the next video.